Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another weekly edition of Into the Void. This is where we look at Silver and Bronze League games. Hopefully it is educational and entertaining, and let's get right on into it. In the top side of SplintDagger of Dusk Towers, we have the red Terran player. It is SplintDagger. And in the bottom side of Dusk Towers, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Deo. So here we have a classic PvT matchup on Dusk Towers here at the lower levels of StarCraft 2. I know I say this every week, but it bears repeating. In Legacy of the Void, at this point, most of the players know what they're doing. At least they know what they should be doing, right? The timings might be off. Decision making once they get there may be off. Macro may be slipping. But in the end, the players know you go for a gateway first. You go for a barracks first. You get your gas. It looks like our friend SplintDagger is going for a very standard Reaper expand here. The timings make sense. And possibly a gateway expand. Look at this. Yes, Dao is sending a probe down to this very safe natural here on this map to go for a nexus. And indeed, the gateway expand is a reality. So the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game are pretty much Bronze and Silverling's strength. They know where to go, they know what to build, they know what to do when they get there, and they're very pleased with themselves about it. However, as they say, no plan survives first contact with the enemy, and as soon as attacks start to happen, that macro starts to slip. They start forgetting to build SCVs and build probes and get pylons and supply depots up. They'll get supply blocked. Right now, look, they're doing great. Supply depots and a nexus on the way, as well as a pylon. Nobody gets supply blocked in the first 2 minutes. But again, as the time goes on, as the game goes on, it becomes harder and harder and harder to avoid doing that. And the player who can stay on top of their macro the best at this level is usually going to win the game. Did you make enough production structures? Did you have enough workers getting that income? Did you have enough gas coming in to support the build that you were trying to do? If you could say yes to all of those things, then you'll probably be promoted to Platinum sooner rather than later. So here comes Reaper Bob here for SplintDagger, trying to see what he can see. And the answer is, does Dao have a Mothership Core coming out anytime soon? The answer is no, actually foregoing the Mothership Core here. And not getting one. Alright, so the Reaper comes in, sees no workers at all at this base, which is a bit of a problem. Usually Protoss players should have workers there, but that's okay, says Reaper Bob. I'm going to kill these workers. There's nothing here to defend at all. Oh no. Now probes are forced to come fight for their lives. They managed to take the Reaper down to about 50% health. KD8 charge knocks a single probe back there. And another kill for the Reaper. There's the Mothership Core, now able to shoo off the Reaper. A couple more shots will kill it, but no, the Reaper ends up surviving. Photon overcharge being used, but dodged by our friend Bob the Reaper. SplintDagger, not bad at all. Does get 2 kills. Does not end up losing the Reaper. It can be of use for scouting later on. I like this indeed. Dao. Where is Dao? Dao is going for a robotics facility. Just got another gateway up here, and SplintDagger is getting up his starport. There it is. So 2 barracks here instead of a barracks factory starport, which does delay the starport just a little bit. But I guess SplintDagger wanted to have Marines ready to go in case an Adept tries to come up that ramp. Again, walling off is a little bit better of a response if that's what you're going for, but Dao is going for that robotics facility route. Does not have any Adepts on the field to speak of. Has 28 probes and a Mothership Core. Photon overcharge. 2 shots the Reaper into oblivion. Very bad news indeed. Resources lost here. Let's see. 2 workers have been killed by SplintDagger. And Dao has killed a single unit, which is going to be that Reaper. Look at this. Dao is actually going for a Warp Prism. And there come the Adepts. So it's going to be a Warp Prism Adept drop again. Players know what they're doing here. They understand that Warp Prism Adept drops are good. It's just kind of hard to get them off. It's hard to avoid these Marines. They're going to try to kill it. Hard to avoid any missile turrets that might exist here as well. Dao is not actually getting any Liberators or any turrets, instead going for Marines, Marauders, Stim, and Medivacs. Very standard composition here. Maybe not the most effective in Legacy of the Void, but still could be pretty good. Although depending on exactly what the Protoss is doing, it could be a bit of a problem. So Warp Prism, there it goes. It finishes, and look at this, sending out the Adepts in advance of the Warp Prism, because the Warp Prism is faster, and then rendezvousing at a specific point. Oh, Dao, I like this from you. I like that play. There's the pickup, and the Warp Prism continues the journey for these Adepts. Likely going to try to drop back here. There's not much defense at all. The journey to get from this front door all the way back to your mineral line for the Terran player is a little bit too long, and can feel like an eternity. Dow is getting a robotics bay, perhaps for some disruptor play. That sounds a little bit sneaky indeed. Where's the warp prism? Wait, warp prism, why are you stopping here? Warp prism? Alright, so warping in some more adepts. You can only pick up one of them though. Alright, so maybe some adepts at the front door to do some harassment while the warp prism attacks at the back door. But here comes a push from SplintDagger. Indeed it is. It looks like it might turn into a base race. Alright, so here come the adepts. They're going to walk up this front door. They're going to kill these Marines immediately. The warp prism's going to drop back here again with no resistance whatsoever. But again, what can defend here for Dow? I don't know what to tell you. The adepts use their psionic transfer ability to get right on up here into this mineral line, and they do. The adepts killing the 2 Marines here. Another drop back here with adepts. All these are going to die. SplintDagger has to decide. Is he going to go for the defense or is he going to go for the base trade? Because at this point, all his workers are going to die. More adepts are warping on in here. Units are trying to pop out. All these SCVs in a central location. Moving on in. The Marines and the Marauders. They do have stim, in fact, taking down pylons. There's a Widowmine here as well for SplintDagger. But where's that Mothership Core? There has to be here somewhere. Mothership Core, where are you? Mothership Core is dead. Alright, apparently Mothership Core is dead, so this is going to be a bit of a problem to hold off. Going to turn into a good old base race. The Adept are trying to kill this orbital command before Dagger realizes he can lift it off. Single Stalker is here trying to deal with this. It evaporates almost immediately. Here comes a warp prism, and it ends up completely dead there. I'm not sure what it was trying to do at all. And yes, the orbital command does lift off. There are some Marines trying to handle these guys, but adepts just do so well against them. Widowmines, however, a little bit less good. The Marines are taking down gateways. They're not in this mineral line quite yet, though, and a replacement Mothership Core is just about to finish, but it's going to help immensely in dealing with this. The adepts are trying to kill buildings. It is not their strong suit at all, but look at this. The Terran player is out of money, and are there any SCVs left? No! No Harvesters left for SplintDagger either. He has to make do with the units that he has. Purification Nova comes on in and it doesn't actually kill anything there at all. Observer following this army around. Mothership Core, be so careful. So careful indeed. There are no pylons back here, and the Marines and Marauders recognize that. They chase down this Disruptor. Mothership Core as well, taking some hits. Can the Disruptor get another Purification Nova off? It is able to do so. All of these probes trying to fight for their lives are getting massacred instead. Purification Nova comes on in and does kill a Marauder, but I think killed his own probe there as well. Mothership Core... Did Mothership Core die there too? Mothership Core died there as well. The Marines took it down again. Adepts trying to kill buildings. Not the greatest. If you're Dow right now, what you basically need to do is get an air unit as fast as possible. Because these guys are going to be able to land here, and there's not much you can do about it for the time being. Does Dow have any workers left? Yes, Dow does have 23 Harvesters left. 3 of them are here. A bunch of them are down here, but... Mothership Core up again. Watch out, Marines! Oh, the Marine's going to be able to kill another one. I think that's the 3rd or 4th Mothership Core that Dow has lost. There's the Orbital Command, and no new Mothership Cores for you. You didn't take care of the ones that you had. Where are the Adepts? Okay, the Adepts are coming back here trying to save their base. As another gateway explodes. Widowmine here trying to protect the flank here. Observer following this Widowmine around. And the Adepts, look out Adepts, turn around. Okay, so they stand in and they kind of fight. Not quite able to do it. The Widowmine does get exploded before it gets a shot off. And there we go. Replacement Cybernetics Core. Replacement Mothership Core. Another Photon Overcharge comes on up. Manages to clean up the Terran infestation. Alright, so I think that might be it for SplintDagger. There's a Widowmine here. There are 4 medevacs, but keep in mind, no money and no Harvesters. Dow throws out the well. Lol. Adepts, says SplintDagger. Lol. Yeah, Adepts are good, but again, you can't just go straight Marine Widowmine against them. It's just not that great. Bring in some Liberators with Defender Mode Circles, always good. Cyclones can be pretty good too. Maybe some tanks. But if you're just going to go straight Marine Widowmine, don't expect to ever win these things, because it's not going to happen. So, alright, the end of this I feel like is going to be dragged on out here. So we might speed up just a little bit. maybe to +2, because look at this, expanding is Dow. Again, get a couple air units, go ahead, get on over there, kill these buildings, as 2 more Widow Mines in production. Wait, oh my goodness! I forgot about mules. Into the void with Falcon Paladin's Broken Brain. Yeah, there are 2 orbital commands here with mules, able to get that income coming on in. And look at this, SplintDagger down, but not out. So Dow does have that 3rd base on the way. Units tab shows 4 Marines, 4 medevacs, and 3 Widow Mines there versus 4 Adepts, 2 Stalkers, and a Mothership Core. Pretty even match, pretty even battle, if I do say so myself. A drop coming on in with a single Widow Mine. SplintDagger recognizes as the Terran player, what I really need to do here is be sure to harass my opponent as much as I can. And if that means dropping Widow Mines, then so be it. Boosting on in. Is there anything here to kill it? And no, not at all. No army back here at all. No cannons. No Mothership Core. Here comes the Widow Mine with the drop. How many kills can it get? The answer is 3. 3 the first time. As soon as this cooldown happens, which is 29 seconds long, it should be able to get some more kills, and the medevac boosts on out. No reason to evacuate this guy. He's going to do what he can. I'm not even sure, honestly, if Dow noticed what was going on there. Did notice there are a Stalker and a Zealot here. What am I one-shot Stalkers? I think they do. 125 plus 35 versus shield. That does include 160. Goodbye, Stalker. Where are you going to attack? Stalker. Nicely done. Up to 6 kills now is the Widow Mine. An observer checking to make sure that SplintDagger is not going to try to come out here anytime soon. Getting Warp Prism on all of these gateways. Alright, so if Dow doesn't win this game, I'm going to be very shocked indeed. Although, keep losing these workers. It might just happen. Burrowing in before the Zealot can kill it? Yes, does actually happen. And no, gets exploded. What? Saw that. I thought it was fully burrowed. Huh. Nope, not fully burrowed. Is there a cannon over here? There's one now, but there wasn't before. Very odd indeed. Another Widow Mine here, and this time with 4 kills. Gonna wait on that cooldown, probably try to kill a Zealot, try to kill some more workers there. Do we have more observers on the way? No, making cannons. I like cannons. Zealot gonna kill this one. No, this Widow Mine does manage to burrow. And it's gonna get shot off. How many kills is it gonna get? Up to 4 now, and oh no, got killed by the cannon and the Zealot before it got a shot off. Oh no, sad day. Sad day for that Warp Prism. Dow is researching Blink and +1/+1 for his ground units. SplintDagger continuing with this Marine Medevac Marauder production. Which again, pretty good, but maybe not the best for Legacy of the Void these days. Warp Prism rolling on with Adepts. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what Dow says. Trying to get in and kill some more of these juicy workers. Widow Mine shot, almost killing this Warp Prism. Not quite able to do it. Adepts, you can't kill this building. Go after the workers instead. There we go. Now killing SCVs, killing mules. The mules at least are losing precious mining time here. They're desperately trying to repair this orbital command. Oh no, look, the Adepts can't kill this fast enough. You guys get out of there. Run for your lives. Don't sacrifice your lives for this orbital command, but it's too late. All of them end up falling except for a single SCV, and he ends up dying too there. Oh no, but at the front door here is SplintDagger with Marines and Marauders and Stim. A lot of observers here though, and look at that, triple photon overcharge thanks to the Mothership Core. Still has enough for a bunch more overcharges there. 4, 5, I think it's 6, maybe just 5. Either way, the Adepts absolutely laying waste to this natural base. Dow has killed 46 SCVs in this game, has lost 33 of his own. And a pushback. It's a retreat, a full retreat from SplintDagger, trying to see what he can do here. Widow Mine's not able to quite get it off. This Adept has 10 kills. She is an instructor. Good for her. Can she get another kill? And the answer is going to be 1 shot and 2 shot, and no, the rest of the army comes on in, and she ends up evaporated. So it's 78 to 46 total supply. It is 36 to 4 total harvesters. SplintDagger, however, still has these orbital commands. Still has a little bit of energy on these orbital commands, throwing down mules at this base. A 3rd orbital command here that never actually bothered coming back to this one, and the supply depot is forever in a state of 92 hit points out of 400, and under construction as well, so building yet injured. Always a weird place for those Terran structures to be. Dow is getting disruptors and +2 attack, as well as more Adepts, more Zealots, more Stalkers. I like this from him. I like this from Dow, continuing to make use of these buildings, these units. Definitely, oh no, free Widow Mine there. This one burrowing a little bit farther away from the army, very intelligently, if you do say so myself. Moving on back here is Dow, and I just think he's got the bigger army. He's going to go ahead and get in there. SplintDagger picks up and says, I can't really win a straight-up fight there, so let's do some dropping and see if we can accomplish something that way. Is there a fourth base for a Protoss player? No, there's not. These Marines got to be so careful. Any one of these number of Stalkers. Purification Nova whiff! But the Marines get killed through conventional means anyway. Boosting around to the left side here and going after a pylon, going after all the pylons. Intelligent selection there by SplintDagger. Triple photon overcharge is going to be a great help here. Marauders are dying. Oh, left on the ground, the Marauders get cleaned up. The rest of the army chases the rest of it back there. But again, it's buying time for SplintDagger to get his workers back on up. Again, is pretty much dying to a bunch. Death from 1,000 cuts here is SplintDagger. But I don't know, he might win this thing, although this is a pretty big army from Dow moving on out. They come from the left side, they come from the right side. Purification Nova does kill a single worker there. And no, the Medivacs, another Nova comes on in. The Medivacs cannot run, and that's it. A GG from SplintDagger. Dow with a GG. SplintDagger's defeated, and Dow is victorious today in our edition of Into the Void. Hope you enjoyed it. I know that I did. It was really fun to cast this low-level game. If you do have an Into the Void level game you'd like to send me, bronze or silver, that you think is fun and exciting and showcases some interesting strategies, go ahead and send that to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. I'll get that to my screeners and get that checked out as soon as possible. So again, thank you for being here. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another weekly edition of Into the Void. You can hit that like button. You can hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Broken and ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so you must run. And it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on, looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, and you're running into the void. You go searching into the void. And you're running into the void.